spring is in the air, and with student athletes returning to action, the crowds filling up, and COVID vaccines rolling out, despite the canceled season last year, spring high school sports will once again take center stage in the state of Connecticut. Today we have a high school varsity boys volleyball matchup here inside the main gym on the campus of Darien High School between the 1-0 Darien Blue Wave and the 0-1 St. Joseph Cadets. And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody. I'm Braden Shank, joined alongside me, DAF Media's own Damian Andrew. And Damian, what do you think we should expect in this matchup?
Well, it's the second matchup of this season for both teams. And Darien has a lot of talented players on their roster, Braden. And St. Joe's with a lot of young players on their roster. So the Cadets have had success in the past in FCIAC boys volleyball. We'll see how they can do today against the Blue Wave.
The first point is in the books here. It was an under the net violation on St. Joe's. And Darien will take the second point as it was Miles Bolton trying to hit it up.
Got a couple different camera angles this afternoon to bring you.
Sweet tie with the serve, just long. St. Joe's, as you mentioned, Damian, a lot of young talent on their team. They had 12 guys on their roster back in 2019. 10 of them graduated. The other 2 did not return to the team. So all 7 guys on this roster here today, this is their first season playing high school varsity volleyball.
Yeah, and as we mentioned at the outset, it is a program that has had success in the past.
Lately with new head coach Alan Aldrich, he's really been trying to rebuild the team. Back in 2017, going 0-20, but since then really on a rise, going 4-16, 7-13 last year. They have not made the FCIAC tournament, I believe, since 2015. So it's been a goal they've had for the last couple of years. 3-2 is our score early in this one. Bolton will be back to serve for the Cadets. McMullen with the return to Sweet tie up to Herget, the tip. St. Joe's will get the recovery. And they're going to call, I believe, a double hit, or 4 hits on St. Joe's.
You mentioned Herget. He is the latest in a long line of talented volleyball players for Darien High School. Trevor Herget.
He's got a lot of brothers. Tim, Tyler, Todd, to name a couple. Even his sister Rachel plays for Coach Lloyd LaRusso in the girls team. As that's an ace there for Darien. Trey Davenport, a server for Darien. A football player who's in his first year playing volleyball. A short serve and another ace. Darien goes up 6-2 in this first set. Davenport will serve once again. And make it 3 aces. Damian, the St. Joe's team has not been able to return that Davenport serve. What do you think they're going to have to kind of do here to get Davenport out of the serving rotation?
Well, that's the big thing. Sometimes you have a server who gets it going, and right now Davenport is feeling it.
Another ace there. 4 in a row for the sophomore. Darien has seen a lot of success in this matchup. If you exclude their inaugural season back in 2006, Darien is 27-1 against the Cadets, losing just 1 game back in 2013, a 5-setter. Davenport serves it into the net.
And we jinxed him that time, Braden, which oftentimes happens.
St. Joe's going to pass it to Andrew Burke, a sophomore, to serve. One of the additions to this team, I believe they have a couple guys in quarantine, so they had to make some call-ups. And they're going to call an out of rotation on St. Joe's. Miles Bolton, they're saying, should have been the server. Even though I believe he served to start for St. Joe's, if I'm not mistaken.
As we take a look at the Darien huddle there. First home match of the season for the Blue Wave.
First in a long time, almost 2 years.
Yep. They played Fairfield Ward at Ward over the weekend.
They won that game 3-0 to start the season 1-0.
All you have to do is look at some of the banners here inside the main gym at Darien High School to see the success of both the boys and the girls volleyball programs under the direction of head coach Lori LaRusso. She has done a wonderful job with both programs.
This boys team in their 14th season as an official team here at Darien High School. And they've taken 5 FCIAC titles, 3 state titles. That's pretty impressive there. Their most recent coming in 2019, where they did take down Staples in the FCIAC title, but fell to Staples in the SEAC title game. So there's still some confusion over the out of rotation on St. Joe's. Miles Bolton was the first server, but it does appear that they're calling it that he should be serving now as the second in the rotation. And score still remains 9-3. Up to Herget, and he gets the kill.
And that is a big time swing by Trevor Herget, the sophomore. How about this? Great angle here.
Wow. Perone with the fake in the middle, and Herget slamming it down. And block there. Perone, little tip. Back to Herget, and they're going to give it to St. Joe's for a double hit on Darien. St. Joe's this weekend played Stanford at home. They fell in that game 3-0. So they've had a rough start, but they're looking to rebound in this match today. Bradbury up to Sweet Tie, who's going to tip it over. That one's going to be out. Clifford was looking for a line, but just went wide.
Good heads-up play by McMullen, letting that go out of bounds.
Trevor Herget back to serve for Darien. Hard serve. And the tip. The set to Bradbury. He's going to knock it to the back of the court. He's going to find floor to give Darien a 9-point lead. Actually, I should say an 8-point lead. Serve and an ace for Herget.
Now, you had asked me earlier what St. Joe's needed to do against Davenport's serve. I have no answers on what they need to do against Herget's serve. It is an impressive jump serve, and it's 13-4. Blue Wave.
That was Burke trying to hit it over for the Cadets. He really gets some airtime on that serve. Throws it up high, spikes it over on the serve. And the Cadets have not been able to hit it back. And another ace. He is aiming for that middle back row, it seems, as Coach Alan Aldrich will take his first time out in this one. Darien leads 15-4. We're going to take a look at the Darien huddle here, or heading off to their bench, socially distanced, of course, inside the main gym. We're going to take a quick break on the DAF Media Network. We'll be right back. We are back inside main gym on the campus of Darien High School. Darien with the 15-4 lead in this first set. Sophomore Trevor Herget on the serving line. Cadets have not even been able to hit one back in play off his serve.
Yeah, he has been impressive serving for Darien.
Herget with the serve. And he's going to serve that one out. So the timeout from Coach Aldrich does do a good job to ice the server, and they will get the serve back.
John Clifford serving.
John Clifford, just a freshman, serving for St. Joe's, and he's going to hit that one wide into the Darien bench. Frank Perrone, one of three senior captains, or I should say two senior captains and a junior captain for Darien. At the net, they're going to call a net violation on Spolstra there.
Frank's older sister, Rosalie, was a member of the girls volleyball program here at Darien High School.
Frank picks up another ace there. Perrone, another good volleyball family in town, as you mentioned. And Perrone's going to serve that one into the net. Will Jorgensen will be back for the Cadets to serve. The captain of this team. And the spike from Bradbury is going to be just long.
Will Jorgensen serving.
Jorgensen will get another serve. Sweet tie back to Bradbury, and he's going to find the floor on that one.
Cool angle right here on the replay. Bradbury getting up.
19-7.
7 for 5, Stefano Cano.
Our score. Stefan Cano will enter the game for St. Joe's. We'll be replacing John Clifford in the back row. And Zarek Sweetie with the serve for Darien. And coming over to us for the Darien point. Sweetie was on this varsity team both his freshman and sophomore year. Of course, junior year did not get a season. And Cano cannot get that one over. The Darien lead extends to 14 points.
Yeah, impressive first set here for the Blue Wave as they have come out strong in their home opener.
Serve is up. And that's an ace. Last year, these teams met twice. Darien took both of them 3-0. So Darien, they've really been dominating this rivalry. And last year, they continued.
2 years ago, without a season last year.
2 years ago, I should say.
I know, it's easy to forget that this is the first time, as you mentioned so eloquently at the outset of this broadcast, first time in 2 years we've had spring sports in the state of Connecticut.
And the hit there. And the kill will be inbounds for Bradbury. If there was a season last year, this Darien team would have been looking pretty good. They had a lot of strong seniors. Jack Roberson, Jackson Leon, Nick Hoyt, John Barsante, to name a few. And Coach LaRusso has put together a good team for this year, as that one soars just out. It is set point for the Blue Wave, up 24-8. And that one's going to go out of bounds. And Darien will take this first set by the score of 25-8. We're going to take a quick break on the DAF Media Network. The DAF Media Network is a joint venture between the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. We'll be right back.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We Are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien high school students hands-on experience in video production. We Are Cutting Edge, a STEM initiative. Students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We Are Live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We Are On the Stage at the big games. We Are On the field. We Are in the gym. We Are On the move. Live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are making a difference. We are DAF Media.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England. All made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost...
We welcome you back inside Main Gym for the start of this second set. And Damien, the first set wasn't the most competitive. Darien taking it 25-8.
Now serving Sweet Tie.
And Sweet Tie will open the second set.
Yeah, Darien got off to a great start, Braden.
Take another look at the ace from Sweet Tie. The net, and it will be another ace. So Darien wins the first 2 points in this second set. Damien, if you're Coach Aldridge, what are you telling your guys to kind of motivate them in this second set to put up some points here?
Well, I think just try to chip away, take it literally 1 point at a time.
To Bradbury on the outside, and he gets it.
As we take another look at Bradbury, great swing through the block. Here's a low angle replay, and number 5 can get up.
Sweet Tie with the serve, and that one's going to soar out of bounds. Logan Spolstra will serve for the Cadets.
Take advantage of miscues, too. That's what St. Joe's has to do. But on the flip side, you can't make errors.
Well said there.
That would be an unforced error if we were playing tennis.
Bradbury with the serve, and he picks himself up an ace. Well, we have a second. Our DAF Media production crew doing a great job bringing you all the sights and sounds in this one. Cole Murphy, Davis Depp, Adam Nelson, and Luke Damel.
Will Damel.
Will Damel. Well, Luke, if you're watching, well, you got yourself a shout out.
Yeah, we wish Luke a speedy recovery, getting his wisdom teeth pulled today.
Bradbury with the serve. And an ace there.
As we take another look at the ace from Bradbury.
Bradbury to serve once again. And off a light, but it is still in play, regardless of what it hits here in main gym. And it's an 8-1 Darien lead. Sweet tie to Bradbury, just gonna get it over.
And that
they're gonna call that out.
Oh, they call it out. It looked like it caught the line.
And St. Joe's will take their first timeout in this set.
Timeout, St. Joe.
We're gonna take a quick break on the DAF Media Network. We'll be right back. We're back inside main gym. Luke Bradbury with the serve. And Herget at the net.
Take another look at this. Herget just in the right spot, and the ball comes to him, and he just pounds it down. Just clubs it for a point for the Blue Wave.
This Darien team is tough to stop at the net. And another hard serve. And Herget once again.
And almost the identical shot. A little bit more arm extension there. And he puts it down.
Bradbury with the serve once again. Nice one-handed tip over, I should say. Bill Jorgensen trying to get it. But Darien will pick up another point. And another ace. That extends the lead to 12.
Between Bradbury and Herget, just two really impressive jump serves at the high school level. Great elevation, great arm extension, great swing. And then he changes it up there with a little softball.
Luke Bradbury or Bradbury, I should say, played his freshman year on this varsity team. So he's in his second year, one of the more experienced guys on this team. And that one's gonna not make it over. To extend the lead to 14.
Darien with a dominant performance right now here in this second set after taking the first set.
It's another ace. Darien is indeed on a scoring run here. Pretty big one too. As at the net, St. Joe's tried to get the kill. Hurget now is going to tip it over. And despite the effort from Clifford, Darien will pick up their 17th point of the set.
As we take another look at this. Hurget just getting it over the net and basically telling St. Joe's, here, do something with it.
St. Joe's does enter a 3-game roadstead with this game. They will go to Richfield, followed by a trip to Fairfield Ludlow before they return home to play Trumbull next Monday. So tough 3 games this week for the Cadets.
Darien, meanwhile, is away on Wednesday and back home here inside the DHS main gym on Friday.
Against West Hill. West Hill 1-0, or I should say 0-1, but they lost to Norwalk, which I don't believe Norwalk is in the FCIAC for boys volleyball. So it was a non-conference game to start their season. And McMullen to Sweet Tie. On the outside, Hurget's just going to tip it over. And they're going to call it a tip on St. Joe's.
Heads up play here by Hurget as we take another look, basically goes over the block. Sometimes what happens, Braden, talk about scheduling, is you can schedule, we saw it in the girls' hockey season this past winter, where Darien played New Canaan 3 times during the regular season. Only one of those games was a conference matchup.
Could be something here. And Darien picks up another point, 22-1. This second set. And another ace for Luke Bradbury. Darien and St. Joe's have 2 meetings on the calendar this year. They will meet again on May 12th, so exactly 1 month from today in St. Joe's, or I should say at St. Joe's. And 24-1, Darien will now have a set point in this second set. And an ace there to finish out this second set. Darien goes up 2-1. Damien, what do you think we can kind of see or expect in this third set?
Well, I would think probably more of the same. Darien has had a dominant performance here this afternoon against St. Joe's. As you mentioned in the first set, a program that has had success in the FCIAC in the past, but a lot of young players, as we mentioned at the outset. And I think Darien is just the better team this afternoon, and some talented players with Hurget, Bradbury, Sweet Tie. You know, it's been an all-around impressive performance by the Wave. As we take another look at that Hurget spike.
It's almost unreturnable, that Hurget spike. And it's a big reason that Darien got that 25-1 set win. With that, we're going to take a break. After we've had 2 sets, Darien took both of them. We'll be ready for third set volleyball on the DAF Media Network. We welcome you back inside DHS main gym for the third set in this high school varsity boys volleyball matchup. Braden Shank and Damian Andrew with you. So glad you could be joining us. So far, the word of this game, dominance by Darien, only giving up 9 points to St. Joe's in 2 combined sets, winning the first set 25-8 and a 25-1 second set. Really, they couldn't get Luke Bradbury off the serving line.
Yeah, Bradbury the key, obviously, in that second set. Just an impressive serve. Started off with a jump serve that had a lot on it, and then he changed it up a little bit. And more of a floater serve.
I believe last set it was like a 3-1 set to start, and Darien went on a 20-plus point run. So they're looking to bring that into the third set. Sweet tie the set on the outside, and it's Griffin Kraus picking up his first kill.
Great name, the sophomore, number 4 for the Blue Wave.
I believe a freshman.
Freshman, 9th grader.
And Herget the tip for Darien point.
Let's take a look at this again. Herget at the net. Such an impressive player. He has got some serious hops.
Griffith Kraus with the ace. Not really sure what St. Joe's was trying on that play. Looked like they tried to kick it back up. But it's a 2-0 Blue Wave lead. And Herget will force a St. Joe's hold. St. Joe's carry. One of the more obvious calls there.
Great job by Herget.
And a kill there. Andrew Burke.
Yeah, Burke gets up here in the middle, goes through the block of Perrone and Herget and straight down. You mentioned Griffith Kraus, the 9th grader. Coach LaRusso always does such a great job of getting her upperclassmen and her underclassmen on the same page. Usually has a couple of freshmen, sophomore on the team.
Trevor Herget will be back to serve for Darien. And St. Joe's tried to get it over the net. They just couldn't hit it in bounds. Herget with the serve. And an ace.
Big serve by Herget.
I'm not mistaken, this game started at 4 o'clock here. And seems like we're just about at a half-an-hour game so far. But Darien has really been making quick work of the cadets. And an ace for Herget. Herget to serve once again. And that one's over. On the outside to Bradbury, and he will pick up a kill.
Big swing by Bradbury on that left side.
Timeout St. Joe.
St. Joe's will take their first time out of the set, down 9-1. And what really has just been Darien's game. I'm going to give a quick shout out to our production crew today, doing a great job bringing you all the sights and sounds of this one. Cole Murphy, Will Damel, Davis Depp, and Adam Nelson. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
We are back in this one. Darien a 2-0 lead on the St. Joseph Cadets. And another point there.
One thing that we didn't mention, but certainly you can see it, all the players wearing their masks as part of the high school volleyball, boys volleyball protocols for the spring season, indoor sports.
Also interesting that one of the big changes to spring outdoor sports is the current playing players don't have to wear masks.
No, they don't, and that's a great distinction to make. So the lacrosse players and the baseball players.
Just something back in the fall we didn't see. The soccer players and
Yep.
football players on the field had to wear masks.
Now they still can wear them if they so choose, but they are not required to, as Will Olson, the senior, number 8, checks in for Darien.
And the middle, the hit by Burke for the St. Joe's point. Miles Bolton with the serve. Nice save by McMullen. And Herget's just going to get it over. I believe with Bolton serving, that officially marks St. Joe's getting through their first rotation in this one.
You are correct.
18 for 0. Davenport back on.
The St. Joe's teams, I think they're really just getting outpowered by Darien. They're not, I mean, they're a good team. I think they're going to make some noise here, win some games down the stretch. Maybe make some noise for a last.
You meant, not to interrupt you, you mentioned a little while ago that they'll play again later this spring in May, about a month from now. Could be a completely different match.
And the tip will go for a Darien point. Darien really is one of the top powerhouses in the FCIAC with schools like Staples. New Canaan's really built a program over there. So this was definitely a tough game for St. Joe's. Although they might not get the result they want, it's still a good building block to start their season.
This is the first broadcast of the spring for DAF Media. We have a rather robust schedule this spring with a number of events that we will be broadcasting for you on our DAF Media YouTube channel.
It's going to be a fun spring season here. State tournaments making their return for
Yep.
the first time this year. The FCIAC tournament coming back for the second time this year. I should say a full FCIAC tournament, not
Correct.
regional. Nice save there from Logan Spolstra. Wonder if we have a replay of that. An absolute beautiful save.
With his foot.
I believe Logan Spolstra, a kicker for the Cadets football team. So he used his skills there on the volleyball court and trying to do it.
Talk about
again.
cross training.
18-3. It was an unbelievable save, and if St. Joe's capped it off with the point, it would have been even more amazing. In the middle, a tip over. Now McMullen's playing that game and kicks it over.
Go to cover a volleyball match and a kickball game breaks out.
Might as well do two.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Take another look at it. McMullen tried to do it again, kick it over the net.
McMullen, a member of the Blue Wave basketball program.
How long before they started counting those kickballs as an official stat in volleyball?
McMullen, a very heady player. Watches as that ball sails out of bounds.
Also a football player. He's got some speed to him. And Bradbury there with the kill. St. Joe's couldn't return it.
You said earlier, in between the second and third sets, the word to describe this matchup, and you said dominance. I would also say very workmanlike out of Darien. They just came in here and they just went about their business, and they're getting the job done.
They are indeed. With this win, they will move to 2-0 on the season. Actually playing a pretty lengthy schedule as they normally would, despite something that the winter and fall seasons kind of saw in an abbreviated season.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see the return of the state tournaments this spring. I know that was very important to the CIAC after not having a spring sports season at all in 2020 because of the pandemic.
As I mentioned, it should be an exciting spring season. A lot of big sports: lacrosse, boys volleyball, that one's in the net, baseball, softball, track and field, rugby. So we got a full slate in stores. And the match point for Darien. Davenport at the net, and that will clinch it for Darien. An absolute dominant performance from Coach LaRusso and our Blue Wave as we take another look at it. The final score in this one, Darien 3, St. Joe's none, off really 3 dominant sets. Damien, what are your final thoughts on this one?
Very impressed with Bradbury and Herget, obviously. 2 tremendous players, a lot of firepower, great swings at the ball from that outside position. And with those 2 and some really talented role players and complementary players for head coach Laurie LaRusso, this Darien team is going to be a force to be reckoned with this season, no doubt about it.
So with this win, Darien moves to 2-0 on the season. They will set their sights going to Danbury later this week. As for St. Joe's, they will drop to 0-2. They will enter that they will actually stay on their 3-game road series, going to Richfield in their next game. That's gonna do it for this one. Darien, once again, your winners, 3-0. Our DAF Media production crew today doing a great job bringing you all the sights and sounds in this one. Cole Murphy, Will Damel, Davis Depp, Adam Nelson, and Damien, thank you so much for coming on the broadcast. It's always a pleasure to call one with you.
This has been a lot of fun, and we'll do it again this season.
So for our entire DAF Media crew, once again, Darien, your winner. I've been Braden Shank. Thanks for watching.